what we do here is go back.
Well, good morning, YouTubers, and we're testing out the Gimbal drone in 1080p today. So we're just down at the park, and hopefully we can get some nice footage and try this baby out. It's a little bit windy, so it's a good test for it. Hi guys, we tried the come home button, actually landed spot on within, I don't know, 20 centimeters of where we took off from, which was very impressive. I don't know how the footage has come out, but it is very, very windy, and it's our first real opportunity to try the controls. App controls are pretty good. I think I'll play around with the sensitivity a little bit, but overall, first impressions of flying is very easy. It's a really good starter drone. It's not a professional drone, we know that. That's the reason why it's so cheap, or under $500. But build quality's good. I'm not too sure how much flight time we had there. We was messing around with calibration for ages, so that took some time. That's slightly frustrating, but I'll touch on more of that later on in the video. Okay guys, well, before I show you more footage from the Gimbal drone, I just wanted to show you the calibration and setting up the drone before you take off. So once you've connected the drone to the app, it will prompt you for calibration. You just go into the app, it will ask you to calibrate, which I will do now. And initially, as with most drones, you're doing the turn. That's the first one, second one, and the third one. And the drone is now all ready to go. Back into the app, allow you to find the satellites, and we're ready for takeoff. Well guys, that is the Gimbal drone in 1080p, and after having the drone for just under a week, I wanted to give you my thoughts on what I found with the drone, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. I'm not going to be too harsh on the drone because the drone is actually still under production. They're still developing it all the time. And one thing I would say, it seems like Feima Robotics are really trying to put as much effort into this drone as possible, which is good. I like the way they're updating the firmware all the time. Let's start off with the good. Very easy to fly. Took it up to over 100 meters. no issues whatsoever, which is good. I used the come home button, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Very, very good. Came back really pretty much to where we were standing or where we took off, so that's a good thing. Video quality, overall pretty good. The 2-axis gimbal works pretty well, but you're never going to get complete smoothness with a 2-axis gimbal opposed to a 3-axis gimbal, and you do get this swaying from left and right. And if you watch anybody else's videos, they all have exactly the same problem. Something that you can probably fix in post-production, but I don't think it's going to be something that they'll be able to fix in a firmware update. Other things I like are the build quality. I said in the box opening that I thought the build quality was very, very good. Flight time of 23 minutes. I haven't flown for the full 23 minutes. I think that maximum I've had is around 20 minutes. But again, 20 minutes for a mini drone like this is very, very good. Another thing that I tried out was the virtual fence. Virtual fence I set at 100 meters. I was in a large park, set it off, and as soon as it hit that 100-meter barrier, it stopped. So it's a very good drone. As I said, I think at the beginning of the video, it's a good starter drone, and overall I'm quite happy with it. I'm not going to go into too much about what I don't like because I've only had the drone for a week. Feima Robotics are updating firmware all the time, so it'd be wrong of me to be too harsh. However, I have had problems with the drone, and it does seem to be all around the camera. When I first got the drone, I took some video. I'd been out for around an hour driving around and got back to the computer, put it into my Mac. No files recognized. So downloaded Android installer, worked fine. All the files were there, but half of them were corrupt, which was very frustrating. And if you're on holiday and you lost half of your video files, it'd be really, really annoying. As I say, Feima Robotics are working very hard to try and fix all of these small problems. So I'm not going to kill the drone at this stage because actually I really like it. So that's the DJI drone. That's our second video on this drone. All the footage in 1080p. I think you see that the picture quality is pretty good. Photographs are quite good. And overall the gimbal works very well because when you're up 80-90 meters and you're taking photographs, the drone is moving around quite a bit. So overall, after a week of testing, I'd say that the DJI drone, or the DJI drone, whatever way you want to describe it, is quite good. So thanks for watching and look out for the next video. Bye for now.